AI, it will be on a step-by-step guide to build a large language model. So it is not just the fundamentals. It also include the best practices, how to implement it with some hands-on lab. So over to you, Miss Seena. Maybe you can turn on your mic, and you can also share your screen. Yeah.
Thank you, Rizwan. Hi, hello.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. And if you want to share something on
Yeah.
your screen, maybe you can. Yeah, I already bring you in the presenter.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Let me share my screen. Uh, my screen is visible. Please let me know.
yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So today my topic is AI in action, a step-by-step guide to large language model deployment. So before that, I'm just giving you a small introduction about myself. My name is Seena Khan, and I'm a Microsoft certified trainer since 12 years. And currently, I'm working with the Spectra system as a technical trainer. Okay, so that's my introduction. And yeah, today we are going to learn about how we can do or how we can configure a large language model by using machine learning interface, and then how we can integrate it in Power Automate. Okay, let's start with that. Before doing the practical sessions, I'm just giving you an introduction about the large language models. So, as you know, large language models are AI systems designed to understand, generate, and manipulate human language. So, they are based on deep learning architecture, typically utilizing neural networks with millions or even billions of parameters. So, these models are trained on vast amounts of text data from diverse sources, enabling them to learn complex patterns and relationships within the language. Some of the examples are GPT-3.5 or DeepSeek, then text embedded language models, etc. So here I am going to do a deployment of DeepSeek R1, and then how we are getting that DeepSeek R1 into in our Power Automate. So this is what I am going to do today. Some of the benefits of large language models are natural language understanding, then content generation, improved the efficiency, enhanced communication, personalization, educational support, scalability, etc. Let's dive into DeepSeek. So DeepSeek R1 is all of you knows about it. And so nowadays, so 2 weeks before it was a great news as well. So DeepSeek R1 is an advanced AI language model developed by the Chinese startup DeepSeek. It has gained significant innovation for its approach and its performance in various tasks. Some of the key lights are cost effective. The DeepSeek R1 is 20 to 50 times cheaper to operate compared to OpenAI's model depending on the task. So this makes it an attractive option for users looking for high performance at a lower cost. Then this model was trained using large-scale reinforcement learning, that is R, without relying on supervised fine-tuning as a preliminary step. So this approach allows the model to develop powerful reasoning capabilities such as self-verification and reflection. Performance. So DeepSeek Carbon excel in math, logic, and reasoning tasks. It generates thought tokens to break down its reasoning step by step before producing an answer. So this method enhances its accuracy and depth of reasoning as well. And with integrating with Power Automate, we can use the HTTP premium connection in Power Automate. And then there is, okay, so how we will provide some URLs and the authorization key there. And in the body, we will provide a JSON script. And then an email I will configure, and whatever the prompt we are giving. So based on that prompt, the email DeepSeek will send an email related to the prompt which we have asked. So this is what I'm going to do today. Let me share the screen. where I'm going to do. Is my screen visible? My Azure portal is visible or not? Please let me know.
Yes, Miss Seena, we can see your Azure portal.
Okay. So what I'm going to do today is firstly, I'm going to deploy the DeepSeek R1 model. So for that, I'm taking Azure Machine Learning. So here I'm going to create a new workspace. Creating a new resource group for this purpose. And name of my workspace also I'm just providing as DeepSeek workspace. Then I'm deploying this is because some of the regions only this DeepSeek deployment is available. So I'm taking is East US. And the storage account, okay, by default it is there. So it is a new storage account is creating. So I'm not going to change anything over here. And the key vault also, application insights also, I'm not going to change anything. And in the container registry, this is actually we are using for register the Docker images used in training and deployments. So to minimize cost, a new Azure container registry resource is created only after we can build the first image. So here I'm not going to do anything with this. So none I have selected. Now we are going to select for the validation. After completing successful validation, we can go for creating it. Okay, so validation passed successfully. Now click on create. Little bit time it will take to get the deployment. Okay, so my workspace is deployed. Now I'm going to click on go to resource, and here in the overview section, not going to change anything over here. Just I am going to get into the workspace, machine learning workspace. So we can click on this, or else you can copy and paste in another tab as well. So once Azure Machine Learning Studio is opened and your workspace is selected over here, just select Model Catalog. And here you're going to deploy a model. So here I'm going to select the DeepSeek R1. So this is the model I'm going to deploy. So these are the description and usage recommendations, model alignment, content filtering provided. Okay, and here the various category codes and all provided. Then we are going to deploy it. And here content filter is enabled. So what does it mean? It means, okay, the configuration, whatever the content which we are providing to the model, so it will Okay, so harmful content it can prevent if you are enabling it. Then here, if you want to provide a name, you can provide the name as well. So I'm just giving the name. Now click on go to deployment. Please wait a little bit time to get it provisioned. Okay, so it deployed successfully. And you can see over here, okay, we have the endpoint and the key here. Okay, we can copy this key and this DeepSeek Carbon Chat Completion API link. Okay, so this link and this key we can copy and paste in a notepad. Later we can use for this while integrating this DeepSeek with Power Automate. So let's move to Power Automate. So here we are going to create an instant cloud flow. So for that, here it is. I have this my flows I have selected and click on plus new flow, and here it is, instant cloud flow. You can provide the name and please select the trigger. This is manually triggered, so I'm just selecting it as manually trigger a flow and click on create. This is a new design template. You can designer page, and you can select it like if you want the classic designer, you can just disable this and it will redirect to the classic designer pane as well. So this is as per you. So now here, and this manually trigger a flow, I'm going to give an input for the text prompt. So provided the input. Now here, adding another action for HTTP. So as I told you, so here we are using HTTP connection, it is premium connector. And here the URI we are passing, so from where we have selected. So here it is, the URI I'm copying here, and then can select, we can paste it here, and the method is post. So here you can see various methods: delete, get, patch, post, put. So delete is for removing data. Okay, so this is actually, these are the HTTP bots which we are using to communicate with the data. So post is for sending the data. Now the headers. Headers I'm going to configure with content type and the authorization. Content type is application/JSON, because we are providing in the body the JSON script and the okay, enter key. So here this is for the authorization. So authorization, it should authorize with this key. So here it is. I'm just copying that key and paste over here. Okay. Now coming over here in the body. Yeah, here I'm going to enter model as DeepSeek. DeepSeek reasoner. Then here message. The message. So to that is the role we have to add, that is two roles we need to add. One is for system and another one is for the user. So role and the content for this role is you are a helpful assistant. Then another role user content. So here the content which we are using is just provide the prompt which we have input there. Okay, so like this way. Stream is false. Okay, so here we have added the model. Just to go through this script again. Model, DeepSeek reasoner, then message. So here are the messages and role system. Then role system provided content. You are a helpful assistant. Then role user, then content and the prompt we have provided here. Now, and the stream false. Just I'm giving some spaces. Okay, that's it. Okay, now our next is we are going to add a compose action. So this compose action here in the function, I'm going to add a function. So that is body is HTTP. And then here choices message slash content. Okay, so body HTTP and choices message content. Now I'm going to add another action. This is for the email. Just to search for email and take this, send an email version 2. And if it is asking for any connection authentication, again, you can just pass your credentials there. And here, just using my email ID and DeepSeek subject. And here it is. Hello. This is from DeepSeek. And here I'm taking the output from that compose. Okay. So for that, we have configured this compose. And then here, thanks and regards. DeepSeek model or whatever you can provide. Okay, so now my flow is ready. Now I'm going to save this flow. Okay, it is saved. Now I'm test it again. So manually testing. Okay. Now provide the prompt. So I want to get the information about water release. So information about water lily. Yeah, okay. Now run the flow. Done. So here it will show this running. Will take a little bit time to execute. Okay. So it executed successfully. Now I have received an email. Here it is from DeepSeek, and this is about the water lily. This is showing. And thanks and regards DeepSeek model. So this is what my today's session. So what we have done today is we have created a machine learning workspace, and then from the model catalog we have deployed DeepSeek R1. After that, we have copied the key and the chat completion link and configured the Power Automate. And here we have configured a manually triggered flow, and then there provide an input for the prompt from the user. Then in the HTTP premium connector, we have configured the body of that what we are sending to DeepSeek. And there we have given the content type and the authorization key and the URI of the DeepSeek. Then here is the compose how the output is getting. So we have composed it, and that output of the compose we have passed into the email. Okay. Any doubts on this? If you have any queries or anything, please let me know. Hello.
Hello, Seena. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, you are.
Okay, sorry. So there are some questions from few audience. Let me give you those. One is what makes Azure Foundry not this is related to the Azure Foundry. I will go through your questions. Okay. How do we choose the right LLM model for the any application?
So this is again based on the requirement. Okay, so DeepSeek is mostly for the maths, like some queries related to the mathematical problems to solve. So DeepSeek normally we are using for that. Then this is based on again for each models we should identify which requirement meets like in a very good way.
Ah, okay. All right. There is another question also. How do we optimize the LLMs for resource efficiency in cloud-based environment?
Sorry.
How do we optimize the large language models for resource efficiency, especially in cloud-based environment? This is one
Cloud.
question from, yeah.
Okay. So this is actually fine tuning we have to do for LLMs optimization. We have to go for the fine tuning. And then again, cloud-based web application or cloud-based applications which we are using. So any LLMs we can use for that. This is again based on which type of applications you are creating. Okay, which is related to either maybe it's a learning system or like any other systems like resource management, or this is based on okay which kind of systems or which kind of applications we are creating.
All right. I think these are the questions we have right now. Thank you, Miss Sina, for the wonderful presentation and also walk through how to create our own model and use it in any application. You demonstrated well with Power Automate. This is just a one demonstration what I can see, but same API we can use in any application. It can be in Power Apps or it can be in any